of people with understanding in this country, and these are the people who are going to be the referees. We want to pray to God that they learn the law and understand it. What do you want to do at a polling station by chasing people? You must be wanting to steal. Let him come out clear to tell us.
All right, thank you so much. Mr. Joseph Mabirizi.
Number one, I want to arrest the fears of voters where they have given up elections. We have got solutions. Have been working on this for 12 years. We know very well that there is vote rigging and so forth. So number one thing that we've done is educating Ugandans about the army we have and their rights, the constitutional rights. When you add the policemen and the soldiers, we have 106,000 soldiermen or gunmen. And the recent census which was carried out, we are over 45 million. And they did not come to my home. So we have already mobilized people who are more than 3 million. If Justice Byabakama decides to announce any other person giving our win to another person, then the 3 million people, us who are not cowards, we shall raise and fight against that. Secondly, we have offered a safe landing for the predecessor to be. And we have already written to him. That's also very important. Then Ugandans getting to know that this is the number of army we have. If anybody violates the constitution, we have to raise. That is very important. And whenever we have gone in this nation, we have carried out baton campaign along with mock elections whenever we go. And that has helped Ugandans to know that the current regime has no support, because whenever we go, we get the ballots, people vote, and there is no place where this regime has got more than 4 votes. So that one is already now known. There was a question about the journalists. You are covered. Once there is good governance, you don't face all what you are facing today. Then when it comes to the question about joining Kyagulanyi, I sat with Mr. Kyagulanyi Slice in his house. Then from there, I wrote to him twice. I'm born again. We sat in your house. You don't recall me coming to your house in Magere? You have forgotten? Say, I did. I'm born again. And I have written to these presidential candidates about joining hands. They endorsed, they received the letters. They didn't turn up. So what do you want me to do? Then another thing, these people opt for going to courts of law, yet we know that the courts, they are in the hands of just one man. Then they are promoting the governance, which is the same as the one we have. For us, we advocate for federalism. So our plans are so different. That's why we cannot join anybody.
All right. To all the 5 candidates on the floor, As we're looking to our social media platforms and getting questions from the online audience, we also have a desire to hear from you on sectors that have shown immense potential, but yet they are still not given that much attention. Sports is one of them. The creative industry is another one. And of course, some people have not had responses of candidates regarding protection mechanisms for the fourth estate. That being said, as you prepare your responses, turning to our social media platforms, someone has put a crying emoji and said, but help me. As Uganda started out as a federal state, but the system collapsed. Nigeria is currently also running on federalism, but it is constantly facing ethnic, religious, and regional clashes. How different is the federal system they are suggesting? And of course, that is to candidate Bulira. Then we also do have on X Okello George, who says, given Uganda's history of contested elections and past allegations of electoral violence and media suppression, what concrete viable steps will you take as a candidate to guarantee a free, fair, transparent, and peaceful election, including protection of opposition, free speech, and unbiased media coverage? This is in the case that you are the president at that opportune time. We also do have Rango3_8 on X says, Uganda has one of the youngest populations in the world. What is your vision for empowering youth to lead in innovation, youth to lead in politics, and youth to lead in entrepreneurship? How will you engage young people in decision-making processes? And I'm going to take the final one from X. I am Sami says, one, how do you plan to leverage technology to boost Uganda's economy and improve the lives of citizens? Two, what strategies would you implement to increase access to digital services, especially in rural areas? Giving you a minute to digest those. Thank you so much to our online audience. The hashtag to follow is NTV Presidential Debate 2025, sorry. And as we do so, we are also streaming live on Facebook, on X, YouTube, as well as our website, that is NTV Uganda and Daily Monitor. Our audience on KFM and Dembe FM, thank you so much for being with us. I believe our candidates are now ready. I'll start with candidate Bugisha.
The areas which have high potential but where there hasn't been adequate investment, as they have indicated, like in sports, like in the creative industry. The unfortunate thing is that that process really starts from primary education. Our primary education, the foundation of our primary education system is not being well designed, because you get to understand the different intelligences of the different people between 5 years to 10 years. That's where you get to understand how people have been wired different. We have concentrated more on the academics, and therefore many people who have got talent, like who could be the best of sports persons if there was investment in them, those who are in the creatives, those who can use hands for their skills, is lost at that point. We would have to redesign that. So at the moment you detect that someone is talented in sports or in the creatives or in skills in using their hands, then as they go through the academics, but you specifically invest in those and put their specific institutions at a higher level, that would make them international grade in whatever they are doing. And that helps in many, many ways, because we have seen sports persons, like in countries where they are in the long distance running, or like who are boxers, or like who are good footballers, become almost adverts for their countries, or those who are in music. And also in terms of creating jobs once they expand the industries in wherever they are. So that requires people first